going on, guys? I didn't film an intro earlier when I was packing, mainly just because I was trying to get out, hit the road, get on my way. But headed on a cross-country trip in my BMW. If you've seen my other videos, I just put a roof rack on, got a tent for it. So we're hitting the road now finally, after a couple months of getting everything prepped, in order to go. But our first stop is going to be Tail of the Dragon. If you know, it's probably one of the best roads to drive on the East Coast. So we're headed there right now, and then after that, we're headed to Mammoth Cave, Kentucky. Just camp the night at the national park. So I'll be camping out in the BMW just about every night, except for when I'm staying with some friends like at the Dallas and whatnot. I don't think I'll be able to make a bunch of long form videos while I'm on my trip. I might be able to bang out a couple depending on where I stop and things like that, but for the most part, I'm going to give doing short form content a shot, shorts and whatnot. That way, I'll help build the base a little bit. I'm going to work and do a bunch of YouTube shorts and see how that turns out. I think it'll be a little bit easier to do since I can do that from a cell phone instead of having to edit it on the laptop. It'll be a little bit less time consuming. So probably either tonight or tomorrow morning I'll start posting short form videos, almost like a sneak peek of this trip. Because I will make videos once I get back or have time to do so. But in the meantime, I think short form would be like a nice little preview / sneak peek of what's to come. Nothing too crazy. I'm just going to national parks, traveling across the country from North Carolina to California and back, all on the M3. So don't think too many people have done that. So it's nice to do something a little different, especially camping on top of it, out of a rooftop tent, which I know only one or two of the other people have done on these cars. It's gonna be a little bit different. But in the short videos, I think I'm just gonna, like Q&A type stuff, or like where I'm going, and maybe get like suggestions for things to do in certain cities. That way I'm not just like winging it, blind firing, So we'll see how it goes. I know this is probably a kit car, but it's still sweet. I'm gonna let y'all check it out when I roll up on it. Driving through the Appalachian Mountains here in North Carolina, the last thing I expected to see was a Lamborghini, let alone a Lamborghini Espada. Probably the first cool thing I've seen other than a GT3. I mean, GT3s are definitely always cool, but you just start seeing them so often now. But yeah, a little Espada spotting. I wish I could have filmed it, but I was going the opposite way down the highway, and it's over a guardrail, so it's a little hard. It would have been a little hard to get, but it's pretty clean. Definitely not something I've seen before, so it definitely caught my attention. I need to get better about bringing out the camera and snapping stuff as I go. I'm not fast enough to see something, oh shit, I should record that. But I was going down the highway, and all of a sudden I see a Hellcat that looked real familiar, being towed by a real familiar looking BMW X5. And sure enough, my boy Orland, going down the road, towing the Hellcat. Can't miss it. Got an Instagram, go check it out. It's RC_redeye. So if you're into Hellcats, you probably know who it is. But yeah, it's funny seeing a buddy from home about 5 hours away out here in the mountains towing his car. You can tell we're getting close to the tail. Got about 30 minutes left. And what most people don't realize is the Tail of the Dragon is very popular, but it's always packed. However, the roads around it and leading up to it are just as fun, if not better, because there's usually rarely anybody on here. Like, I'm spacing myself out from this Chrysler 300, but he is yamming it through here for how big and heavy that car is. I'm just coasting down the hill, but yeah, it's actually nice being like the only people out on this road. He's going fast, so I don't mind. Just when I was talking about not being stuck behind somebody, me and the Chrysler came up on some gentleman in an SUV going very, very slow. I understand SUVs out here are not that great, but you could at least pull over somewhere and let us get by you, Instead of holding everybody up. So I'm just cruising, going like 25 right now. There's no one behind me now, so I'm just gonna create some space and then let her rip. this car out of the pit. Had to create some more space. Oh, we're getting there. Am I clear? Am I clear? It's a beautiful place up here, actually. So if you ever come to North Carolina and need a place to visit, Fontana is a good place to come. It's in the mountains. Made it to the tail. One piece. Alright, so we made it to the tail of the dragon. We're at the very start point where the bar and grill and all that is at. We could drive all the way up here. I'm probably not going to film me actually driving on the tail because it's pretty sketchy. It's 318 curves and 11 miles. But I'll probably go do a lap down, or a lap up, a lap back down to the start point. And then my way back out, I'll probably stop and just get rollers of people coming by for a little bit. But yeah, at the dragon, got the big dragon over yonder. Yeah, we're good to go. Do a little start up for you. It's hot as shit in this car. Ooh, that was fun. What a blast. I tell you what, I've never driven on the dragon by myself. I've ridden before with other people like my grandfather and stuff back when I was a kid, but I've never driven it myself. And man, let me tell you what, that was a blast. 318 curves and 11 miles, just insane. And it's probably one of the few places where people actually pull over and let you pass and get by because they don't want to hold you up because they realize everyone's out here to have fun. So anytime there's an opportunity to pull off this side of the road with someone being slow, people did, which I appreciate. It's very nice to see that. But yeah, that was definitely a blast. I'm parked down here at the end, mile marker number 11. I'm gonna roll back up to mile marker 8 because there's like a scenic overlook. I'm gonna get out there, take some videos of people doing drive-bys, and then call it a day and head to my final spot for today. We made it back to the overlook. We're gonna take some videos of people flying by, and yeah, we'll see. Got a good view out here though. Check this out. Almost an M. Still really clean though. Oh shit. Of course it rains now. So fine by me. We're leaving. Well, I was gonna try not to eat out as much when I'm on the road. I did a lot of dehydrated meals that I have. However, you can't pass a Buc-ee's when you come across a Buc-ee's. I didn't know there was one out here. They put a billboard every mile for the past 100 miles, so can't miss it. So yeah, we're gonna grab some dinner at Buc-ee's and then hop back on our journey. East Tennessee highways are a little odd. They said fuck going around the mountain, through the mountain, or over the mountain. They just destroyed the mountains. Like this whole highway has just been this like straight up rock walls that looks like they just blew through the mountain to make the highway. It's pretty interesting. It got me thinking, I wonder if all the rock slides in like the Appalachian Mountains in this kind of area is caused by them doing this. I mean, I'm sure it is because it's unsettling. Like that's like 100 foot tall, just straight up rock wall. That's Tennessee highways for you. Oh, damn it, I missed it. This might be the wildest roundabout I think I've ever seen. I've never seen a square roundabout like the middle of the city. Kentucky ain't so bad.